Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. The New York Giants lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30-7. 30-7 in a game that was probably the worst coached game I've seen in a week. Or at least 2 weeks, because the Carolina game was bad too. But listen, man, I think it's clear to everybody. If it wasn't clear before, it's clear to everybody that an entire regime has to go again. The New York Giants have to start from scratch yet again. Some of the play calling, a lot of the play calling was horrible. Horrible. We could point out to different things. 4th and 1, we run a jet sweep. We get into the red zone. We run the Wildcat. And no, I can't blame Brian Daboll and the play call on Tyrone Tracy fumbling. But why even run the Wildcat in that situation? How did you get down the field, sir? You got down the field running the ball, and then when you get into the red zone, you decide to do what? Let's change things up and go Wildcat. No, how about you just line up and do what you were doing the previous couple of plays on that drive and just give Tyrone Tracy the ball as a running back? I don't want him in charge of whether or not he's going to hand the ball off or not, then have to tuck it away. No, because what happens in that situation, what you saw happen. I don't know if that's something that we do all the time in practice, run the Wildcat with Tyrone Tracy, but come on. You're overthinking things. And what about the defense? Shane Bowen, as a guy that defended Shane Bowen, horrible, man. Horrible. This team couldn't stop a nosebleed today. Bucky Irvin went off. Baker Mayfield went off. And they didn't even have their starting left tackle. And they did not miss a beat. Baker Mayfield was cooking us today. Cooking. Hibachi. Cooking. New York Giants had no answers for anything today. Goose egg at halftime. We lucky we got the 7 points that we did get. And poor Tommy DeVito. Poor Tommy DeVito, they gave him the hero's welcome when he came into the game. And so did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He got sacked 4 times today. He was hit another, 8 times probably. He was getting hit hard too. Hard. To the point he had to come out the game for a snap. Brian Burns, the fumble hit him in the foot and he kicked the ball and still didn't realize that it was a fumble. And I said it in the live reaction after the game. If Brian Burns picks that ball up, he probably goes 97 yards for a touchdown on a scoop and score. Because nobody else knew that the ball was out but the running back and Baker Mayfield. Those are and the people on TV and the people in the stands watching, but nobody on the field outside of Baker Mayfield and the running back that fumbled the ball knew that ball was loose. That ball came out, like my grandfather used to say, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. That ball hit Brian Burns in the foot. He kicked it and still didn't recognize that it was a ball that he just kicked. And Baker Mayfield just falls on it. That's the New York Giants this season in a nutshell. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody is completely lost. And when opportunities are there, we don't even know it. That's the New York Giants this year in a nutshell. Not the injuries, not the drops. We are completely lost as a franchise right now. Brian Daboll was betting on this game. Well, I think that Brian Daboll was betting on this game. You get rid of Daniel Jones, you skip over Andrew Luck, you put Tommy DeVito in there, hoping that you can get a spark. And I have not seen the post-game pressure yet from Brian Daboll, but I can't imagine. I haven't seen anybody's post. I just got out of my live stream. What are we doing, man? And whatever we doing is wrong. Whatever you're thinking about right now, John Mara, if it ain't got anything to do with firing everybody, it's the wrong thoughts. What are we? We're seeing this real time. Everybody is seeing this real time. People on the outside looking in are asking themselves, looking at themselves, tapping each other like, what's going on with the New York Giants? What are these guys doing? It's clear as day what needs to happen. But no, we're always late. We start Tommy DeVito on Monday, or announce that he's starting on Monday. We wait all the way to Friday to release Daniel Jones. We just don't make good decisions. The GM does not make good decisions. The head coach does not make good decisions. And we can't say much about it because a lot of people would say that, for the most part, that we have more talent than we did in 2022. But we're moving backwards. To me, it's clear as day that it's time to make a move from both the GM and the head coach. And it sucks to say that because we haven't even got to Thanksgiving. We haven't even gotten to Christmas. And speaking of Thanksgiving, again, if it wasn't a quick turnaround, Brian Daboll probably gets his pink slip tonight or either tomorrow. But because we got this quick turnaround, he's probably safe for another week. But guess what? Thursday comes as Thanksgiving. What's the day after Thanksgiving? Black Friday. And guess what? It might really be a Black Friday for Brian Daboll. And I know that sounds like a joke, but I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious, man. And I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of losing. And forget just losing, because teams lose every week. I'm tired of losing the way that the New York Giants lose, because we make it look historical every time. You hear the announcers when they call the games. The amount of times that announcers say, I don't know what are they doing? The amount of times that you hear that when you watch a New York Giants game, like seriously, count the times you hear something like that being said by the announcers. All the time. I don't know what is this going. Every time, every game, we it's the same thing over and over and over again. And guess what? We're insane. I'm insane because every Sunday I expect, or I hope, something's a little bit different, and it never is. And most likely, it never will be with this regime the way it is right now. Oh, we don't have, we're missing our left tackle. Illuminor went out. Andrew Thomas went out. This, that, and the third. Okay, I understand. But guess who else deals with injuries? Every other team. Every other team. There's teams that lose superstars all the time, and they still find a way to win a game. Why? Because they have depth. And the New York Giants don't have depth. You fix the offensive line, but you don't have any depth, Joe Shane. And I hate when people try to give him credit for fixing things. He didn't fix it. He patched it up. He didn't fix it. He patched it. There's a Band-Aid that's going to fall off. That's what Joe Shane is doing, putting Band-Aids on everything. And guess what Band-Aids do eventually? They fall off. And the New York Giants have fallen off. The highs of highs in 2022. To the playoff win, make it to the division. The Band-Aid fell off. And now we're still sitting here looking at a wound. Fix the problem. Don't patch it, fix it. Patching does not work when it comes to the New York Giants. We need to fix it. And that's what we're stuck at right now. But it makes me sick. It makes me sick just thinking about what I watched today. They did anything they wanted to do. Todd Bowles didn't have a care in the world. That first fourth down that he called, he didn't even think about it. They just stayed on the field. He didn't sweat one bit, and they haven't even been playing all that well lately. Todd Bowles came in this game with the most confidence. The most confidence. They asked some questions like, what are you guys doing? He said, we're not changing a thing. We're not doing anything different. We just need to play better. And guess what they did? They played better. And guess what the New York Giants have done again? Giving the team their swagger back. Look at the Carolina Panthers. They beat the New York Giants. Bryce Young is playing with some confidence, and look at them today. Tampa Bay came in a little bit down, and look at they beat the New York Giants. Watch what happens next week, whoever their opponent's going to be. That's what we to get right for everybody. If you're losing some confidence, go down a yellow brick road to see the Wizard, and guess who the Wizard is? The New York Giants. We'll fix you up. We can't fix ourselves, but we'll fix another team right up. You're lacking confidence. You're lacking courage. New York Giants will fix you up. They'll fix you up. You're a little bit banged up, a little bit injured, squeaking. New York Giants got the oil for you. We'll fix you up. You're out on the fritz. You're a little bit dumb. You're not making the right moves. You know, you had some little bit success, but you're falling down in the dumps. You need to get the game planning correct. You need a brain. The New York Giants will fix you up. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. The New York Giants lose again. Six games in a row. 6-game losing streak. No daylight at the end of the tunnel. And guess what people will say? I can see the victory laps already. Some people, well, you can't blame Daniel Jones. That's the first thing I said, and I still wanted Daniel Jones out of here. Daniel Jones doesn't win you this game either. Tommy DeVito didn't win you this game. Tyrone Tracy couldn't win you this game. Wholesale issues, wholesale problems. The New York Giants have to knock it all down and build it back up. That's where we're at right now, but it is what it is. I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.